All right, let's talk about unit rates. We've just talked about what a proportional relationship is, and one of the first things we're going to do within proportional relationships is talk about unit rates. So let's break this down. A rate has to do with ratios. So ratios are when we are making a comparison of two units of measure. And a rate is a special ratio where the two units of measure are different. So let me show you an example. If I had miles per gallon. My units of measure are miles and gallon. I'm trying to see how many miles can I go in a certain number of gallons. I also have money as an example. So I have money, so dollars per, and maybe the item I want to buy. So maybe I want to buy some books. So how many dollars per book? All right, another one could be time. So I could say hours per lawn. So maybe I'm mowing lawns and I want to know how many hours is it going to take for a certain number of lawns. A unit rate is when we are looking for one. So when you hear unit, I want you to think one. Unit is one. So how many miles per 1 gallon? How many dollars for 1 book? How many hours per 1 lawn? Unit rates are looking for those ratios based on 1. That's the key thing we need to remember. So we're going to do an example right now of a unit rate word problem, and I'm going to show you how to set it up. So our word problem says, Jenny drove 65 miles on 7 gallons of gas. How many miles per gallon did Jenny get? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate that problem. I'm going to start by circling my numbers. So Jenny drove 65 on 7 gallons of gas. So now I'm going to box my vocabulary words. So we have 65 miles on 7 gallons. Then I'm going to underline my question. How many miles per gallon did Jenny get? All right, when we're setting up proportional relationship problems, we always draw our skeleton first. Remember, the skeleton is the bones of a proportional relationship problem. And it looks like that. It's 2 lines of a fraction with an equal sign in the middle. And for unit rates, I'm going to have to draw another fraction out here, and this is going to be to set up my words. So I'm asking myself, what kind of measurement am I dealing with here? So here I have 65 miles, and I'm comparing those miles to how many gallons I have. So miles is going to go in my numerator, and gallons is going to go in my denominator. Now I have to plug things in and line them up. So I have 65 goes with miles. And this 7 goes along with that 65 because it's 65 miles on 7 gallons. And 7 goes with gallons, so I'm going to put it down here. Now, it's asking me how many miles, so I'm looking for how many miles, I don't know that yet, per gallon. Now, it doesn't say per 1 gallon because in unit rate problems, they expect us to know if it just says per gallon, that is 1. So I'm looking for how many miles per 1 gallon. All right, so I'm going to cross multiply and divide, and when I put that in my calculator, I get 24.07 miles. That's how many miles that Jenny can drive on 1 gallon.